Hello students, today we are having a session of details of understanding of baking. I hope you all are interested in baking. Let us start our session. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt. I cannot beat egg whites now. What am I doing wrong?
Well, at what temperature do you keep the egg whites?
I keep them in chillers.
Oh, that's wrong. Make sure that the egg whites are at the room temperature. And always remember that while you are pouring the egg whites into a bowl, that bowl should be neat and dry. Then add a pinch of salt to that egg whites and that will make it stiffer when it is whisked.
How do I know the baking powder is still good?
To test if baking powder is still good, mix 1 teaspoon of baking powder with 1/3 cup of hot water, and if it still bubbles, the baking powder is good for use.
Do I need to line my silicone molds with the parchment before baking?
When using silicone molds, grease them as usual, but it is not necessary to line them. Let the cakes cool completely on a wire rack before removing it from the molds.
My cake sinks in the middle. What do I do wrong?
When you open the oven before the cake is ready, the baking of a cake needs consistent temperature. If you remove the cake from the oven too early also, this will happen.
I often skip the step of sifting my ingredients. Why is it important?
Sifting your ingredients is important because you incorporate air into them, which is important in baking because you want things to be as light and fluffy as possible.
Ma'am, what happens if I overbeat my cake mixture?
Overbeating your cake mixture will overwork the gluten and it will change the structure of the cake, making it dense. Use a rubber spatula to fold the dry ingredients into wet.
What can I do with leftover egg yolks after using the whites in the recipe?
Leftover egg yolks can be stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator for 2-3 days and used when making mayonnaise or custards from scratch or for binding patties.
How can you keep raisins and berries from sinking to the bottom of the cakes and muffins?
Toast the fruits with just enough flour to coat it with before you add it to the batter. Also, the lighter the pieces are, the less likely they are to sink through the batter, so cutting them into smaller pieces helps. Everything is clear to all of you. Bake cakes at home, and if you have any doubts, call me.